In this video, I will explain find the Fourier transform of the full wave rectified sine wave shown in figure. Find the Fourier transform and draw the spectrum for the full wave rectified sine wave shown in figure below. This is the waveform of t. One is V. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 0, -1, -2. -3. This is the time period of the waveform T0. Solution. Fourier transform of period. This is the x of t is the periodic function. For periodic functions, Fourier transform of x of t for the periodic functions is equal to 2 sigma n is equal to -infinity to plus infinity Cn dou of omega minus n omega naught. X of t sigma n is equal to minus infinity plus infinity Cn dou of omega minus n omega naught. For periodic signals, Fourier, complex exponential Fourier series is used to represent the periodic signals. N is equal to minus infinity plus infinity Cn e power j n omega naught. Find out Cn. Then substitute Cn in the above expression. Cn is equal to 1 by T naught, small t naught plus capital T naught, x of t e power minus j n omega naught t dt. Here T naught is equal to 0, small t naught plus capital T naught is equal to 1. Therefore, 0 plus T naught is equal to 1. T naught is equal to 1. Here T naught is equal to 1. Omega naught is equal to 2 pi by T naught, that is equal to 2 pi. Omega naught is equal to 2 pi. T naught is 1. 1 by 1. Small t naught 0. Small t naught plus capital T naught is 1. X of t e power minus j n omega naught t dt. But in case of x of t, sinusoidal signal, this is the sinusoidal signal like that. This is the time period of the waveform, small t. amplitude is A here, because given expression rectified waveform, Fullwave rectified sine waveform, amplitude is A. This one is x of t. X of t is equal to A sine omega naught t. This is sine wave representation. A sine omega t only. Omega t for this waveform. Omega is equal to 2 pi by t 0 pi 2 pi, like t is equal to 2 pi. T is equal to 2 pi. Or for the given expression, x of t 0 1 2. That is -1 -2, like that. A time period is consider full cycle, t is equal to 2. For this t is equal to 2 pi. For the given waveform, the values, t-axis values is 0 1 2 3, 0 -1 -2 -3. That is the reason here we use 0 1 2 3, 0 -1 -2, like that. Therefore time period of that waveform is 2. Time period of that waveform is 2. X of t is equal to A sine 2 pi by 2 t. 2 to cancel. Therefore x of t is equal to A sine pi t. A sine pi t. This is x of t. In that 0 to 1 interval, the x of t is A sine pi t e power minus a and omega naught t. Therefore Cn is equal to 0 to 1. X of t is A sine pi t e power minus a n omega naught t dt. We know that integral e power ax sin bx dx is equal to e power ax by a square plus b square a sin bx minus b cos bx. By using this formula, Cn is equal to a 0 to 1 e power minus a n omega naught t sin pi t. But omega naught here, omega naught is equal to 2 pi. Here omega naught is equal to 2 pi. That is equal to a 0 to 1 e power minus a n 2 pi t sin pi t dt. dt is also with respect to dt. Here a is equal to minus a n 2 pi. A is equal to pi. A is equal to minus a n 2 pi. Compare this one and this one. B is equal to pi. That is equal to a e power ax. A means minus a 2n pi by a square means minus a n 2 pi whole square plus b square means pi square. A sin bx. A means minus a 2n pi sin pi t minus b means pi minus pi is the minus pi. B means minus b is the pi minus pi cos pi t. in the interval 0 to 1. Substitute 1 and 0 in the above expression. That is equal to A. Substitute 1. Common term is A pi square minus whole square, minus into minus plus j square minus 1 minus n 2n pi whole square. One is substituted e power minus a e power minus a. T is also important. E power minus a 2n pi t. That means e power x by a square plus b square. E power minus a 2n pi t is 1. A t is 1 minus a 2n pi sin pi minus pi cos pi minus e power 0 minus a 2n pi sin 0 minus pi cos 0 bracket close. That is equal to a by pi square minus 4 n square pi square sin pi is 0 cos pi cos 90 plus 90 minus sin 90, that is minus into minus plus e power minus a 2n pi sin pi is 0 cos pi is cos 90 plus 90, that is minus sin 90 minus into minus plus sin 90 is 1. That means pi. Here sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, e power 0 is 1, minus into minus plus pi is remaining. E power, we know e power minus a 2n pi is equal to cos 2n pi minus j sin 2n pi. J sin 2n pi, sin 2n pi is 0, cos 2n pi is 1. Therefore, a pi square into 1 minus 4n square. This is the Cn. 1. This value is 1. 2 pi. Therefore, Cn is equal to 2a by pi. Here pi one time cancel. This is the Cn value. But Fourier transform of periodic signal x of t is equal to 2 pi sigma n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity Cn dou of omega minus n omega naught. N omega naught, that is equal to 2 pi sigma n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. Dou n is 2a by pi into 1 minus 4n square, 1 minus 4n square into dou of omega minus n omega naught. Pi cancel. 4a sigma n is equal to minus infinity plus infinity dou of omega minus n omega naught by 1 minus 4 n square. Fourier transform of that Fullwave rectified waveform. 4a into dou of omega sigma n is equal to minus infinity plus infinity dou of omega minus n omega by 1 minus 4n square. N is equal to 0, n is equal to minus 1. Suppose n is equal to minus 2 here. N is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, like that. First, 4a by n is equal to minus 2. 1 minus 4 minus 2 whole square plus n is equal to minus 1. 4a into dou of omega minus n is minus 2 plus 2 omega naught plus 4a n is equal to minus 1 dou of omega minus 1 means minus into minus plus by 1 minus 4 into minus 1 whole square plus n is equal to 0. 4a by 1 minus 4 into 0 whole square dou of omega n is equal to 1. 4a dou of omega minus omega naught by 1 minus 4 into 1 square plus 4a by n is equal to 2. 1 minus 4 2 whole square dou of omega minus omega naught is n omega naught. N is 2 omega naught and so on. Therefore, of omega is equal to minus 2 whole square, 2 square, 4. 4 into 4, 16. 1 minus 16, minus 15, minus 4a by 15. Dou of omega plus 2 omega minus 1 whole square, 1. 1 minus 4 minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 dou of omega plus omega naught. Coming to this one, 4a by, that is 4a. 4 into 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 0. Dou of omega 1. 1 means n is equal to 1 minus 4a by, here 4a is also there, minus 4a by 3 dou of omega minus omega naught. This one 4, 2 square 4, 16 minus 4a by 15 dou of omega minus 2 omega naught and so on. Therefore, draw the spectrum, that is x of omega, that is omega. At the beginning, omega naught is 2 pi. Omega naught is 2 pi. Omega naught is equal to 2 pi. At omega is equal to 0, the value is 4a. At omega is equal to omega naught minus 4a by 3 minus 4a by 3. At omega is equal to 2 omega naught minus 4a by 15 minus 4a by 15. This value is minus 4a by 15. This value is 4a by 3 minus 4a by 3 minus omega naught minus 2 omega naught and so on here and also so on. The value is minus 4a by 3 minus 4a by 15. This is the Fourier transform spectrum of the periodic signal. This one is omega is equal to 0. With this, the derivation is completed. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel for further updates. Thank you.